Government contracting and scams. I recently received an email that mentioned, hey, I just want to let you know, several of your followers, some clients have reached out about funding, and it seems there's some GovCon fraud attempts. We've had 2 cases in the last week in which new government contractors have received phony purchase orders. Phony like the hair on the top of my head right now. This is as fake as it gets. Not even human hair. I was able to sniff out the fraud and spare the 2 people who had come to me for funding. Many think, government contracting, it's a fraud. If all these people were making money in government contracting, why are they all selling something? Why are these people here? They would never buy from me. Here's the real story. Instead of focusing on what others are doing, let's deeply go into ourselves. Many are vulnerable. We want to win a contract. We see how easy it is. And we don't know why we're not winning now. Because other people are winning, so why am I not winning? So when you receive an email that says, DeMarcus, I want to purchase something from you, why wouldn't you think, oh, this is a legit purchase? So here is what to look for and what to be aware of. First and foremost, it is very rare that an actual government agency will reach out. If they do, the email should say .gov. The end of the email is .gov. So what happens is, if you fall for the scam, oh yes, fake purchase order, okay. You go with the scam, you purchase the items, you then ship the items under the belief that you will be paid the price that you quoted. Reality, they're shipped somewhere, like Doral, Florida, somewhere in Texas. And then another group picks them up and will ship them overseas. The people overseas will then pawn them. Because right now, it's very difficult to just wire money to certain countries. It's easier to say, oh, I can just flip a mouse and get some money, because something is better than nothing. If you did nothing to receive the opportunity, that means it is probably a scam. And this is fake, like the opportunity is going to many of you. But you're sitting there accepting them, thinking that this is reality. The reason I do this channel, the reason I am here is to help you. So you don't have to go through what I have been through. I have been scammed. I've dealt with everything under the sun, and it's to help you. I was talking to this young guy tonight. He's in college. He's a hustler. He has a painting business, and he's looking to get into government contracting. And I'm helping him. Why? Because it's so amazing to be able to give and help. So then he and all of you, my amazing GovCon winners, you don't have to bruise your knees. Now, when you get a contract and you start working it, yes, you're going to learn, but I don't want you to be scammed. If you did not put effort toward it, question it. Next, some of these people who claim they want to help you, and they really don't want to help you. As somebody who loves football, there are people out there who have never won a federal government contract. How do I know? Federal government contracting is public. At the state and local level, it's a little different. It's public, and they're very open, and they put claims and labels, and they sell. If that works for you and you learn something from them, great. I have the belief of, I have coaches in my life who have been there and done it. I've had fitness coaches, several of them, who are professional bodybuilders, have won crowns. I have spiritual advisors who have lives that I admire. My hairdresser is amazing and gets all of his teaching. What's really key is, as you're picking up knowledge, don't be scammed by somebody who is selling you the dream. Another strategy is having conversations ahead of time. Having these tough conversations. This is what's going to happen upon win. These kind of conversations are vital. So then you are in a position of strength and no one is misled. That is what's key. So I'm seeking different speakers, right? One of the reasons people think government contracting is a fraud or these phony, fraudulent things happen sometimes by mistake that people just don't want to have the conversation. And there's nothing wrong with it because it can be uncomfortable. It can be weird. Just have the conversation. I will pay you this amount and you will do this. And if any errors occur, if the government does not sign off on the work, you'll have to repay me something or you'll have to fix it at your own cost. That's what's vital. I can't think of a country or a segment where somebody's like, oh, what is fraud? Fraud is everywhere. So how you protect yourself? Only engage with .gov emails unless you signed up. If you're signed up with a system that sends you something, makes sense. Don't just rush into these partnerships. So let me give you an example. There's a person who reached out and they were like, hey, I'll send you things, you bid, and then I will prime it and sub it to you and take a percentage. I love trying everything. Why am I going to do all this work and I'm not the prime? Why would I do that? I don't even know who you are. Then I asked for their cage code and they have one win and it hasn't been funded. Don't fall for that. You can be a government contractor practically anywhere in the world. However, the easy way to find out where they are, y'all ready for this? You better get this tip, is you put them on WhatsApp. If somebody's on WhatsApp, oh, your phone number's, I can see it. I can see your phone number. I'm not saying that this person is not legit. I'm just saying that now I know. And you may say, well, Kizzy, how's that any different than text message? Shoot, because WhatsApp is very international and so easy to use because you're just working off of Wi-Fi. So you want to be careful too. Just because they have a phone number with the same area code or a similar area code doesn't even mean the person's in this country. Or if somebody sends you a purchase order and you talk to them on the phone and they sound different, alarm. I mean, let's be open. When have you ever reached out to a contracting officer or somebody with the federal government who sounded like they should not be with the federal government or in contracting? Never. Do you know how many times I am informed, Kizzy, I was talking to the person and they had this accent. This is not to go against people with accents. It's just you sometimes have to listen to your intuition. So my point is, there is sometimes doubt. There may be times that you don't know what to ask, and that's perfectly understandable. So then how do you get to the point where you do know what to ask? It's being vigilant, making sure it's .gov, asking questions. I have a free Facebook group. It's researching. So for instance, on these fake phony purchase orders, so let's say the person's name is John Smith. This is just an example for the video. Let's say that's their name. And then you would look it up and you're like, oh wow, John Smith is like the director. Why is the director emailing you? Again, never in the history of government contracting has like the head of an agency just email me out the blue talking about, I want a price quote from you. And then what I do and did, because I've received these phony purchase orders myself, is I then email the person because you can find them on LinkedIn. And this is a beautiful bonus that we included in our recent AI course. I actually just filmed it and I'm posting it in the course soon. Is a whole class on using AI for LinkedIn and the power of LinkedIn. So that you could go on LinkedIn and look the person up and message them and say, hey, I just want to let you know somebody's pretending to be you. And chances are they're like, yeah, we know. No different than, y'all ready for it? Catfishing. The same thing happens in the government space. Be vigilant. Be diligent. Scams are prolific. So everybody's trying to make money. So when it comes to the GovCon space, a GSA schedule can be useful. A certification can be useful. Part of our UE program, you get access to a GSA schedule. We help with certifications. Getting funding is helpful. At the end of the day, it's about what are you open to bid on? What is the schedule you're trying to get on? And is it of help? So let me give you some examples, some other examples, right? Like I'm here in Miami Beach right now. There are luxury cars. The hot car is a G-Wagon. I see them everywhere. G-Wagons and of course like Ferraris, Porsche, all of those kinds of things. And I remember there was a point in time when people would ask like, don't you want a luxury car? Or why don't you drive a Porsche? Or why don't you drive this? Or why don't you have that? And I'll walk in my parking garage. I just drive a regular schmegular car and I don't have car payments. Everything's cash with cars. Sometimes I don't like traffic signs and traffic lights. I know how I am. So if I end up in an exotic car, candy coated, whatever people say, I'm gonna end up and it's gonna end tragically. So it's not gonna help. Stay diligent. Continuously be on top of this and you will win. There's no reason you can't win. So check out, and if you go to findcontractsfaster.com/free is a cool download. Okay, bye you guys. Everything is possible. winnerswaybook.com. Be on the lookout for things. Find Contracts Faster, all of it. Okay, Facebook group, all of the things. You all are amazing. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Be ready. Pop in on the second channel more. You're amazing. Everything's possible. Bye.